Well, it's been a staple of Chicago history for as long as any of us can remember, and now the Auditorium Theatre is gearing up to celebrate its 125th birthday.
Yeah, Fox 32's Jake Hamilton went inside, and he took a little trip down memory lane. Hey, Jake, lucky
Hey, good morning, guys. Yeah, you know, I found a lot more history and way too many stories to just try to fit into one news piece. There are countless incredible memories that have been made within the walls of the Auditorium Theatre, from good times to bad. It has shown us that behind every great show is a theater to house it in.
In some sense, we're just lucky it lasted 125 years. On the other hand, I think the people of Chicago wanted it to last 125 years because it's so very special.
A lot can happen in 125 years, and inside these walls, a lot has. History-making presidential speeches, show-stopping rock concerts, jaw-dropping ballets. They're all a part of the Auditorium Theatre's history. It's turning 125 years old, and it's never looked better.
It's a 2 a.m. when she's reaching over, faded t-shirt and off the shoulder.
This place was packed with the finest citizens of Chicago, and the streets had about 10,000 people in them.
December 9th, 1889. It was a chilly night in Chicago, but no one cared. The Auditorium Theatre was opening. However, Executive Director Brett Batterson will tell you that despite a glitz and glamour-filled start, history wasn't always kind to the theater.
The theater struggled through the next decade of the 30s during the Great Depression, doing different shows. But it actually closed in 1941, and the city of Chicago took it over for back taxes.
The theater finally reopened on Halloween in 1967, and from there it became a revolving door of endless talent. However, there's one night that Brett hears about more than any other.
If it was true, how many people have told me they saw the Who concert here? The Who concert doing Tommy. If as many people have told me they were here that night were actually here, there would have been about 15,000 people in the building.
125 years buys you a lot of memories. The Auditorium Theatre is a staple of Chicago history. It's experienced the deepest of valleys and the highest of mountains. But it's weathered the storm. And in the end, what more can you ask?
I don't see the Auditorium Theatre going away, or other theaters like the Auditorium, because I think that mankind wants live entertainment, and that's going to be what keeps it going for another 125 years.
On December 9th, the Auditorium Theatre will be putting on a celebratory collection of performances that'll take a look at its 125 years of history. For more information, visit auditoriumtheatre.org.
Beautiful place. Beautiful.
A funny fact, they had a draftsman working for the architecture firm at the time. Young guy, no one knew who he was. He sort of put forth some ideas. His name was Frank Lloyd Wright.
Yeah, he did okay.
He went on to do a few other things, but yeah, at this time he was just this kid putting up forth ideas.
It's awesome. It's my favorite theater in Chicago. I was just there for Mavis Staples, the big 75th birthday party for her last week, and they've done a lot of great things in recent years to sort of revive the place, but I love it there. And the NFL draft, it looks like it's going to be held there.
It's a perfect place
next
for it.
Spring.
Perfect place.
It's fabulous. Mark Strell and Jalove.